Hello and welcome to another episode of Cory's Corner. Episode 22, as a matter of fact, and it's the first one we've been on YouTube in a while. I would like to say, anyone hoping for a wholesome show today might want to fuck off, because it's not going to happen. Just saying. Just saying. Joining me today is our usual fun friend, Ryan Roger Athay. How you doing today, sir?
Well, I'm doing very well, and since this isn't a wholesome stream, let me show you a piece of demonic artwork. Ooh. Evil demon creature. Ooh.
Nice. You're surprisingly good with markers on a dry erase board.
Oh yeah, you make any mistake, you can just rub it out.
Yeah. Rubbing it out that's always a good way to go about dealing with mistake, is to just rub one out. I mean, rub it out. Yeah. That's what I meant to say. Anyway, other person joining us today is the amazing Jason Fox from 540 Studios. How are you today?
Fuck you. That's how it goes.
All right. No. That's fair.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
100%.
Now it's
How Jack Murphy of you.
69 for 69. No, I'm doing pretty well. Finally got over my hangover last day. Yeah, I was so hangover. It's not often I go out to party anymore, but
what's your drink of choice while you're partying, bro?
Oh, it's always beer, man. Always beer.
You don't drink that gender fluid bullshit, do you?
No.
Okay, no. That's good.
We don't even have Bud Light in Norway.
Oh, good. Norway's actually smart in some ways. That's good.
Yeah, they just in Norway and pubs they just removed my favorite beer. Unfortunately, most places. Yeah, Newcastle. I really like Newcastle because it's a brown beer from UK, and it's so good. It's just like the taste and everything. It's a good mixture of everything. It's just perfect.
Hell yeah!
But they don't sell it anymore, basically, on pubs in Norway. Unfortunately, it doesn't sell that good. Apparently, I'm just like, yeah. Well, if you have that, I will come there a lot more, and I will spend a lot more money. I don't know, you guys like money,
right? For sure. Yes. All right. Well, let's say hi to the chat, shall we? Terminus Est, the strangest, one of the funniest people in our alliance. I'll use Ryan's term.
The Alliance of Alternatives.
That's right. And hail to Sean Estep, my favorite viewer. Yes, and I say that 100% wholeheartedly because that man is dedicated. Like he shows up, and then he sends me shit. That's not why I like him, but he sends me toolboxes and toolkits, and I'm like, bro,
oh really?
I'm gonna start my own auto shop at this rate.
Nice,
like, damn, bro. But yeah, interesting weekend for me. I've been doing work on 3 separate songs at the same time, collabing with people overseas for music videos.
That is amazing, bro.
All kinds of crazy shit. Tonight Make sure you turn into yelling at park cars to see me in a way you've never seen me before. Just saying. Oh, there's another demon.
Nice.
Oh, how many of those little whiteboards you have, Ryan?
I have a big one, I have a medium-sized one, and I have a small one.
Oh, okay. So you can
Instead
do
of rubbing
three
them
pieces
out,
at a
I
time.
just get new ones.
Hey, like a player should.
Yep.
You know, just get a new one. What's up?
I'm excited to hear your new stuff, dude.
Hell yeah. And so just I'm stuck on one of them because it's another rude rap song, but I feel like I'm being
Yeah.
too rude. So I have to get over that feeling before I can continue.
Too rude. You can never be too rude, brother.
I'm trying to convince myself that I can't be too rude because I mean, honestly, if Eminem can make it big by being a total douchebag, I could probably make it big.
Before he bent the knee.
Well, yeah, before he kind of
Yeah,
cucked out
the
to
good
the
old Eminem who was not afraid to say
Yeah.
things.
There are a lot of things you can get away with. I called Black Tinkerbell a colored pixie, so I think you'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. But it's not too rude, man. It's just like I said, just fucking do it.
That's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
I'm also switching up some styles. I've been working on a song that has some Iron Maiden style vocals to it.
Yeah.
Think "Run to the Hills" or "Run for Your Life," whichever song that. Bad with names. Just saying. It's
Depends
"Run
on
to
how
the
the song
Hills."
goes, like what
Yeah.
kind of vibe you go for. Iron Maiden is amazing. They're really good
hell
live
yeah.
too.
I bet. I've only ever
yeah.
been to one concert in my entire life, and that was the Eagles. So
No, I've been to a couple. First one was Iron Maiden actually when I was in 2009. I think 2008, 2009. I was really young, and yeah, because it was the year before. The original drummer for Avenged Sevenfold before he died.
Oh yeah.
Because they were performing there, warming up for Iron Maiden. And
So
that was
hold on. You're casually glazing over this, but you just said that your first concert was Avenged Sevenfold and Iron Maiden.
yeah.
I am immeasurably jealous right now.
And I
'Cause
saw
those are-
Rev, the original drummer of Avenged Sevenfold, before
Dude.
that day he died.
Fuck, that's
Yeah.
great. I would love to have seen them. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
when I was a
it's so good.
little kid, and I got to like handshake them, like say hello and shit.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully, a little, no douchebaggery rubbed off from the lead singer.
Oh no, they are completely good people. Real nice
He
people.
just comes across that way. I know he's not actually a total douchebag, but sometimes when he talks, it's like you're a bit of a douchebag.
Yeah.
Way over my head, folks.
Yeah, he's not big on the metal scene. What kind of music do you listen to, Ryan?
Sabaton. What else?
Sabaton.
Oh, so he is big on the metal scene.
My friend in Norway, Katte Kryp, Ryan, you have done a video of him. He was just on a concert with Sabaton, Baby Metal, and a lot other people that was there. I was so jealous because I didn't know about the fucking concert. I'm just like, bro, why didn't you tell me? You know I'm a metal guy. Come on.
Right.
You fucking douche.
Scheduling, folks. One of the criminally underrated foes. One of the great foes of a creator or a singer.
But I am gonna try to go to Tons of Rock this year. And,
Hell yeah.
it's a lot of bands that I want to see, and one of my favorites that is gonna be there. A lot of my friends know them because I am in the metal scene in Norway. It's Mayhem. They're gonna be there, and I want to fucking meet the guys. And the guy I'm gonna be with, he's worked with them in the past, sold merch for them. He also started a pub with some friends in Bergen for metalheads, black metal, whatever it is like that. If you are a posh boy that listens to shit music, you are not welcomed. This is true metal, true Norwegian black metal people that are allowed to come in. And if you are a dad boy, get the fuck out. We don't want you there.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yep.
Metalheads deserve their own space, honestly.
Yeah.
They do.
And they also sell merch there. They have like a little corner you can go down and like buy different merch of bands and everything. So not many
Hell
pubs
yeah.
does that here in Norway, and we don't have a lot of rock pubs or metal pubs. Like where I live, I'm not gonna say where, but where I live, we used to have this metal rock pub here, but unfortunately, they are no longer. They did close up this year. because the politics in Norway fucked them over with
Oh yeah.
electrical bills and all that kind of stuff. So unfortunately, because of that, they had to close down, and it's happened a lot in Norway because of this.
Yep.
So,
Yep, because Norway is fucking hellhole,
oh
honestly.
yeah, yeah,
And
it
it's
is.
100% the government's fault. Yes,
Mhm.
Yeah,
it's the people's fault for falling in line so easily, but it's 100% the fact that the government is just a gigantic piece of shit.
yep. That's why you
And
need people like me who actually speaks about it and fucking talks honest about Norway. It's the same thing that
Mhm.
I hate our leader, Støre, who's the prime minister here,
Mhm.
for being such a fucking cunt. I call him Joe Biden number two, even though he can think a little bit better than Joe Biden, but he has the same vibes in a lot of
Mhm.
fucking things. And it's the same thing when he invited Taliban to Norway with our tax money and gave them a private jet plane.
yeah,
It was,
I
playing. Yeah, it's like, come on, bro.
that
Escape to Murmansk, starring Jason Fox,
Fucking stupid, man.
trekking across
it
Norway to get to the Russian city of Murmansk.
it seriously broke my fucking brain when
Mhm.
Norway invited the Taliban to
Yeah, and,
come and
and
see
again,
when
that's
even the Afghani government is currently disavowing them,
yeah.
and it's like,
No, but the thing with Norway, with like Stur and all those people, they're like they want to be better than every other country. They want to be the hell. They want to be the gods, basically. They want to be like, oh, we're gonna be gods. We're gonna be the saviors. We're gonna do
Mhm.
everything that nobody else does. It's just like, oh, come on, you're so
well, they
fucking.
need to
I'd
realize
invite
that
the
if you want
Taliban. In all fairness,
yeah, of course you would.
let's exchange
And they wanted to
policy.
talk about women rights. It's just come on. Already know how they.
Mm,
Their view on all that. Why the fuck do you want to talk about that?
mm,
Why do you
Right,
want to talk about that? And the same thing, the other problem with Norway is the Bergen thing with the
mhm.
studies they're doing now with are white paint racist and how it
right.
helped racism in the world. I'm just like, oh my. Talk,
Yeah,
talk about being stupid. Talk about being mentally challenged. I'm sorry, but
right. I think Norway should focus more on xenophobia than racism myself. They don't have
Mm.
a lot of colored people in Norway, but they hate foreigners no matter what their color is.
oh, there is a
So,
lot of colored people in Norway. We
Got them
take
all from
everyone
Sweden.
in. Norway's like we're just gonna take everyone in. We don't care. We're just gonna put them in here. Blah 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 blah.
Mm,
And we're gonna treat them like gods. They're gonna get new TVs, PlayStations, whatever the fuck they want. It's like, and you have people like me who has like a lot of debt and a
mhm,
lot of stuff from the
mhm,
past. No, 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 no. They don't care about that.
yeah, I don't give a
Um,
shit.
so it's like I see a lot of people who are like born in Norway
mhm.
who's like don't have a home. They've had problems with drugs and other stuff. Don't get any help from the government, basically.
Yeah.
It's like where I live, we have like there is some people that have started their own little
Mhm.
thing to help people that are coming out of rehab because in Norway normally when you go to rehab when they throw you out they're not going to help you as much,
No.
they're not going to give you a house, they're not going to give you money
Mm,
and stuff like that.
Right.
And I have been asked if I want to be a part of that, so kind of I will actually get a job for fucking once if I get it, because Norway they don't want me to work
no.
because one I have mental issues, of course, because of my
Mhm,
past.
mhm,
um
Who
I have a
doesn't at
bad
this
back.
point?
Yeah,
mhm,
I have a bad back, I have chronic pain in my body, right?
Mhm.
And all of that shit is like and my old when or old and old one of my psychiatrists, the last one I
mhm.
got, she basically said to my face that I'm mentally retarded,
Wow.
and she wanted to
Damn,
and
son.
and she
You should be
wanted to
Korean.
and she wanted to send me to
Mhm.
another person who treats people with Down syndrome and everything. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've been living alone since I was 16. I have worked with people who are mentally challenged. I
Mm.
worked on a home with people like that. I took
Sheer
care of them.
fucking hubris, to quote Star Trek Picard.
Right.
Yeah, I worked in clothing shops. I have
Mhm.
done everything myself basically. I started my own fucking company. I was like everything and hail to Basco.
Yes, hail Basco scenario.
Yeah, so no, I have done so many things, but no, I'm still mentally retarded, and I don't know why.
Mm.
And I told her,
Welcome to the club.
yeah, and I told her like, because you're gonna be honest with psychiatrists, right?
Mhm.
So I told her that the way you made me feel now is that
Mm.
you made me feel like I want to shoot my head off.
Mm.
That's how I feel. like that is painful to hear that you look at me this way. Like you're not supposed to say stuff like that to your patients.
No,
And
you're
the
not.
first no, and the first respond I got from her, don't
And
threaten me. Don't threaten me with that. I'm just like,
mhm,
I did not fucking threaten you. I
mhm.
told you how I feel. That's your job to listen.
Yeah, bring me Sigmund Freud back from the dead. I'd rather have his cocaine ass be my
Yeah.
psycho
Right, for real.
No,
analyst.
so if you're too honest with
Mhm,
especially DPS in Norway, who are is
Mm.
the big psychiatrist and blah 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 for people that
mhm,
are like quote unquote. I know a lot of people think that oh Norway is free when it comes to healthcare and all that
Oh, yeah.
fucking shit. No, it's not. It's free to a certain point. If you got an STD, that's free. I think that's the only free thing I can think of. You can go to the
mhm.
doctor and get a free test with STDs. But
Well,
Yeah,
that's
and
it.
Discovery's that bad, folks.
and
Yes.
from what I've heard of Norway's healthcare system, a lot of the time, especially if you're dealing with the N.E.W.S system,
Yep.
if you don't follow what they say, they will strip your benefits.
Oh yeah, they
Like if
can
the
do.
psychiatrist says you need to be admitted into a mental hospital
Oh,
and
they will
you
do it.
refuse, they take your benefits away and then they will
Yep.
come arrest you and put you in the institution.
Yeah,
Um,
they will do. They're not as bad at that anymore, but they are giving you a lot of fucking rules.
oh yeah.
I unfortunately, because of my psychiatrist and my mental health in the past, I
Mhm.
had to be in the N.E.W system because I didn't have a fucking choice.
Oh.
They forced me to it, and I remember the first meeting I had. I think I was like
Mhm,
18 or something,
mhm,
and my dad was with me, and we had one of the people that worked with Nav and one of the other people that worked with the psychiatrist, stuff like that with me. And they made me so pissed off, so I just walked
mhm.
out. I got pissed. It's like, no, fuck this.
Yeah.
Tie him
Um,
up. Get him back in.
Right.
yeah, no, I just walked home, and my dad
Mhm,
called, and I'm just like, I'm home. And it's like,
mhm,
yeah, are you gonna come back? No. And he just told him he's not gonna come back. He's like super fucking pissed. I'm like, yeah. But I didn't have a choice, so I got the Nav
mhm,
system the rest of my life. They destroyed my everything in my life, so I can't work because of them, Nav and the psychiatrists. So that is what it is. But hey, I made my own company, so I can actually
mhm,
Hell
work.
yeah.
And if I get the other job, I will not get paid. I will do this willingly,
mhm,
free, to help other people that have suffered drug abuse.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
but the N.E.W system is terrible. The psychiatry system is terrible. Healthcare is terrible. It's like they are the reason why my dad have had so many heart attacks. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fucking
Yeah, he have
idiots.
had 4 heart attacks now.
Wow.
Still lives though. Still lives though. He's still
That's
fine.
miracle of God. He's alive with the
Yeah.
healthcare
Woo.
system and like, damn,
He's
dude.
a he's a real fighter. He might not be Norwegian in blood. He's
Mm.
German and Romani.
That
And
means
he's
he's
like,
even more of a fighter. No offense, but those
yeah,
fucking
he's
Romanis got the spirit, bro.
yeah. That's
Give
where I
all
got it
the
from.
migrants a
Yep.
Steven Seagal
Yeah,
collection,
and
and
then we
then they'll
just
run
fight.
from your country.
But no. So my dad have always had this problem with his body, and
Mhm,
always had pain, and he never understood why, and they never treated him, and he's had this problem since he was like on Ryan's age.
oh,
Yeah,
23.
yeah, and younger. He's had all these problems,
Wow.
Oh.
and when he was around 50, that's when they really took him seriously, and that's not
Mhm,
many years ago because he's 54 now.
Yeah.
mhm.
So that's when they took him seriously. The first heart attack, they're like, "Oh, it was that serious." It's like, yeah, well,
Ooh.
what have my dad been trying to tell you for years and years on? And they found out that the veins and everything with blood has
Ugh.
started blocking up, and it's been
Mm.
building up since he was young, and they have never fixed it or helped him with it.
Ooh.
But around 50, okay, first heart attack, okay, we're gonna look into it.
Mm.
So
It's
they
all
did.
cure rather than prevention. That's the thing
Yeah, they
Yep.
with
just want
our
to fucking
medical
die.
system.
But my dad, the
Yep.
fun thing, my dad actually had that heart attack for like 3 or 4 days without even knowing it,
Wow.
because he always has pain in his body.
Mm-hmm.
So, because he has a fibro, I don't remember the full name of it, but
Fibromyalgia.
yeah, he
Yeah.
has the worst kind of it. So he's always in pain. So he didn't know before the last test. Like, oh, okay, it's a heart attack. And then he called me when he was at the hospital, and it's like, yeah, Yeah, I had a heart attack, almost died, but hey, I'm outside smoking now, I'm fine. That's my dad.
It's like we're all living
Wow.
in a
Yeah.
glorified
So
open
the
prison.
doctor, I heard a doctor in the background,
Mhm.
they were looking for my daddy. My dad told me on the phone that they were looking for him because they didn't know that he was outside smoking. So you hear the doctor in the background, and everybody knows the name of my father because he watches our streams. So Tommy, my dad, you just
Mhm.
hear in the background, Tommy, and the last name, where are you? And and they see him outside smoking, and they're just like, you're not supposed to smoke. You just had a heart attack.
How
And my dad,
American of him.
and my dad just said to him, just like, I don't care. I want to go out, have a cigarette, and call my son and tell everything's
Mm.
fine.
Right.
And like he got so pissed. So he's just like my great grandmother. And the fun thing is that they both were at the same place. Because my great grandmother, who was Romani,
Mhm.
who died of cancer, throat cancer.
Oh.
So she lost her tongue and everything.
Wow.
Oh.
That's
Uh,
insane.
yeah, but she's from Omani. She didn't care. She's like, I've experienced everything. And the term, I always say life's too short, make the most of it. That's
Mhm.
from her. That's what she told me since I was a child.
Hell yeah.
Um, no, so I was really little. I was like super small. And I was
Mhm.
like playing around in the hospital outside while my dad and her were taking a smoke. And the doctors came out and they were really pissed at her because she was smoking. They told her, "You are not supposed to smoke because you have cancer," and she can barely talk. So she just
Mhm.
turns around, looking at the fucking doctor, shows the finger, the middle finger, and
Mhm.
turns around, go trying to talk with my dad and smoke. That's what's her response. She did not fucking care. That's how Romani people are.
Yeah, that's
Um,
exactly how they are. And
and
the Romani spirit, as abrasive as Europeans find it, is incredibly endearing to me because
yeah,
they don't give up. They don't give a
yep.
fuck about what society says they should do,
Oh
and
yeah,
they
no,
just keep
completely.
pushing forward.
Yeah,
Real
it's like
quick,
yes, yes, yes.
hail
Vince
Vince
Hale.
Womack, pleasure to see you, sir. Hail Real Wade Nation Gaming. Mass Grave, good to see you. Good to see you.
All these
And
wonderful people.
Small Time Republic, awesome to
Mm.
have you here as
Hail
well.
to all of you.
Vince Womack says, late and I've got news for you. Okay. What's the
You slapped
news?
some dick.
Yeah, I bet he did. Oh, yeah.
um,
Like
Ah,
most
no,
Floridians.
I want to
Floridian.
say this to everybody out there
Mhm.
who kind of wants to travel to Norway or want to live in Norway. I have one thing to say: if you try to live here a full year, I will promise you want to
Mm.
move back.
Mm.
If you come from America and move to Norway, I will promise you want to move back. They do say, oh, if you live in Norway, everything is cheaper. It's not. It's expensive to live here. It's
Especially if you're a foreigner.
Mm.
Yep.
Because if
So
you're not nationalized in Norway, you pay an additional like 30%
Ooh.
in taxes or some shit like that. I know
yeah,
that's slightly
How
exaggerated, but
Cuban
it's
yeah,
of
yeah.
still
them.
insane.
But I can say if you have color on your skin, they will be a little nicer to you because they feel bad for you.
Nice little privilege going around. That's always good.
Yeah, a friend of mine, he did make a joke. It's not racist in that kind of way, but he made a
Mhm.
fucking joke that was really funny back in the day. So he made a taxi character, basically was driving a taxi, and this guy who said it, he is also a person of color, so that's why it's not racist in that way. Okay, it might sound racist when I say it.
Mm.
Um, so the full name, I'm gonna say this. He called the character he made when he was driving the car Abdul Yataknav, and that means thanks, yes, Nav. Like you
Mm.
want to say yes to Nav, and that's where how you live. That's like the joke with the whole thing because they have a better life than a lot of us. So he
Mm.
made a fucking joke about that.
Mm. And here we are, folks, a Brit, an American, and a Norwegian. We all look the
Yeah.
same. We nearly sound the same. And we're talking about how it's hell in Norway, and we'll soon
Yep.
be talking about how it's pretty bad in America too. I'm not
Yep.
talking about how bad it is in Britain because I don't want to get stabbed. So
Right?
yay!
Yeah.
But fuck
Uh,
Norway. Easy.
Mass Grave says, my grandparents fled Europe just before World War II. Short, dark Austrians. I wonder why they fled.
Mm.
Yep. Yep.
They never told me their ancestry for some reason.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate, but I'm glad they were able to get out and that
yeah,
you're here because of
yeah.
it. So
And the
hell
same thing
yeah.
with the Romani people did not have a good life in Norway in the start
Ooh.
either. If you go through the whole story, and I know I have relatives in those times because of my great grandmother and my great grandfather, both Romani. Um, no, the thing that they experience is like, I know I've had so many fucking debates with people of color, and they tell me, "Oh, you don't understand racism. You don't know what it is, how it is, yada yada." And like I tell them, you don't know my history. You don't know my ancestry. You don't know everything that I know about my family and all that fucking crap. The Romani people, when they lived in Norway, they were forced to live in a big home together, basically everybody in a fucking place. Women got normally, sexually abused in many levels there, the worst ways you can think. Um, and also, men got castrated. Some men got killed in the woods, and they got treated so badly, and they were forced to work to live. Sort of that's a lot of the story. And Norway hated the Romani people, and so did Germans. So yeah, they had two parts in their time they had to really fight.
That's a
Yep.
lose-lose situation right there,
Yeah,
folks.
and the fun
And
thing is that I am Norwegian, I am German, and Romani. I'm all of those three things.
that's quite the combination. Joining
It
us
is.
now
Oh,
is the amazing Fat Steven.
Hey,
Hell
hey,
yeah.
fatty.
and hey, Fat Steven. Good to see you again,
Hello.
brother.
Thank you.
How you doing, bro?
Who said that?
Me.
Oh, sorry, Corey. I wasn't looking at the screen at the time.
You
I'm
can
doing all
probably
right.
hear the difference, man.
I just ignore everybody.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
That's fair.
that's fair.
Did you have a good
brother.
weekend?
All I know last night was crazy. It went from VR's live stream to VR's VR's member stream to VR's live stream, then to Mead, and then to Cultures. And I don't
Wow.
know how I did that.
That's a busy night.
Yeah, this is a busy night. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, it was
He's
good.
a super hoe.
He is. He hosts it up with the
yeah.
best.
That's right. And hail chat. Hope you guys are doing well.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You just came in just in time. We're getting ready to transition to
Yep.
news.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, you brought me into transition. That's great.
Yep, I did. I did.
With millions of talking heads, the choice among chunky Chicanos in Chesapeake is Talks-A-Lot Entertainment. This is news.
Hello and welcome to Not Entertainment Worthy Stuff. Anyway, yeah, so I will make a new one of those eventually, but not yet. Our first story of the day is a little strange. You gotta love them Southern folk. They always come up with the most interesting ways of getting arrested. So,
Let's get
an
into it.
Arkansas woman indicted and accused of selling $11,000 worth of stolen body parts.
Well,
Wow.
that's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice of her. She earned a lot of money apparently. So
Yeah, so an Arkansas woman has pleaded not guilty to charges that she sold 20 boxes of stolen body parts from a medical school cadavers to a Pennsylvania man for nearly $11,000. Wow. 20
Was he a
boxes of body
cannibal?
parts is 11 grand.
damn, that's
Did,
insane.
I
Lot
feel
of
like
money.
there was like a huge like bulk discount that she sold those
Yeah.
for. Like, wow. The April 5th indictment, unsealed Friday in federal court in Little Rock, accuses Candace Chapman Scott, 36, a former mortuary worker, of setting up the transactions with a man she met through a Facebook group called Oddities, or About Oddities. Way to go, Facebook. I thought human trafficking was bad, but aftermarket parts? Really,
Yeah.
bro?
And found people on a Facebook group. That's get better, Facebook.
Right? For
Cannibal
real.
Central.
Yeah, Facebook has a lot of problems. They always had. People are complaining about TikTok, but they forget how bad Facebook is also.
Yeah.
Social media is bad
Yeah.
in general.
Everything that the powers that be have their fingers in is bad. Just
Did you guys watch the Bill Maher interview with Elon Musk?
No,
I have
no.
not yet. No.
I was
Only
not
caught
Yeah.
bits and pieces on Twitter.
Yeah, I haven't watched the full
Yeah, I
thing yet.
saw it.
I'll have to check that out a little later.
It's fun.
Scott, a Little Rock resident, pleaded not guilty to 12 counts, including conspiracy to commit mail fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commit interstate trafficking of stolen parts, and of course, interstate trafficking of stolen property. She's
Okay.
currently jailed and waiting to be released on Tuesday. So tomorrow.
What a lovely lady.
I know, right? Like
Mm.
how fucked up does your life have to be to make you decide that that's like a good business to get into?
Yeah.
Well, that
that's
is
the thing.
very American. Taking a product
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
and selling it to someone else. It's
That's
the
like
American
Apple
dream,
thinking.
baby.
Masquerade, she
Apple?
just says she just cares about amputee victims.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
what it is.
So she's holding the limbs hostage.
Well, it cost her an arm and a leg.
It cost someone else an arm and a leg too.
Well, we can say it like this. There's a lot of people that identify as handicapped and everything else that wants to make themselves blind, remove body parts and stuff. She could help them out.
Right? A little transablist,
Yeah,
assistance.
she can help
going on.
out. They
Wow.
are willing to help out. No, I just gonna say I saw a video, an interview, and Dr. Phil was there too, but it was this young woman who made herself blind because she felt that she was supposed to be born blind.
No, I'm not going into this fucking identifies handicap shit. No, that was covered last night and yesterday. No, I'm not going back in that shit.
It is fucked up.
It's called Kevorkian syndrome at this point.
Carry on, Cory.
Sorry, Cory.
So in a Facebook message, the buyer or Scott, the seller, and the buyer Polly. Wow, I wonder what mob he's connected to. This is just out of curiosity.
Jersey
would you
Shore.
know anyone in the market for a fully intact embalmed brain?
Jersey Shore, man.
Yeah, Bob
also
Iger.
alleges $10,975 in 16 separate PayPal transfers.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm in the wrong platform.
Right? Like, I need to be a mortuary worker, apparently. I think that the facts underlying the indictment and in indictment are uniquely egregious and objectionable, and we believe there is going to be some significant public outcry as a result of this. I bet you not. There's not going to be any type of public outcry because of this. This is just another fucking day in the modern Now, moving on from this, have you guys ever heard of coma in a bottle?
No.
Isn't that Bud Light's that campaign right now?
Nah, kind of. So 6 gallons of coma in a bottle. Why is that on my screen? Fuck off with that. Fuck you. I don't care about that. 6 gallons of coma in a bottle were stopped from arriving in Florida. For those of you who don't know what coma in a bottle is, it's gamma butyriolactone, or GBL. It is a concentrated form of GHB.
Oh, I know that GHB.
That's a date rape drug.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a massive, highly addictive suppressant, depressant, whatever you want to call it.
Then I get you. Then I understand.
Yeah, it's a date rape drug, but it's also used by bodybuilders to increase growth hormones.
Yep.
Yeah, and GBL is used to strip paint and rust, which is what they found in these bottles. They refer to it as liquid ecstasy. It literally, overdose is a matter of like milliliters, like fractional milliliters with this stuff. But they seized it in Florida, naturally. But Sorry, it's classified as a Schedule 1 controlled substance. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's a high potential for abuse and no currently accepted medical use. Now, this is the crazy part. This is the guy that works in basically Port Authority on a federal level. He says that they confiscate 2,895 pounds of dangerous drugs every day.
Oh, that's insane, man.
Yeah, that is a crazy amount. And 6 gallons of coma in a bottle, you're probably looking at easily $100,000 worth of product right there.
Yeah.
This is the shit that people at nightclubs, because my friend, some guys tried to do this too, is if you leave any open drink around, it's see-through, it's pretty much almost, I guess, tasteless, and then put it into your drink, and then they'll pretend they're your friend and help you out, and then they'll just walk you out, and next thing you know, you wake up somewhere else. And we actually called them out and threw the whole beer that they spiked on them at the club.
And Vince Womack says Bill Cosby's favorite brand. He's probably going to be investing now that he's aware of it.
It's a new pudding pop flavor, GHB and vanilla.
Yeah. He, the chocolate GHB. Delicious.
Sorry, GH banana. My bad, I forgot it.
That is a crazy amount, though.
The crazy part for me is they detected it, but they haven't made any arrests regarding the import.
Okay.
FBI!
And I'm like, okay, so this was probably a government-funded thing that they then changed their minds on, so they could get some PR.
CIA!
What do you mean she's not there?
What? Nothing? Okay.
It was a bad joke.
All right. I'm good at bad jokes.
Joe Biden.
I was going to say, what do you mean we don't have to bite anymore? AOC's not there?
But that's crazy.
Our next one feels like it comes straight out of a Hollywood script. I'm sure you've all seen the movie, but Dutch court bans a man from donating sperm after he fathered at least 550 children. It says he misled prospective parents about the number of offspring he helped conceive. I feel like this is on the sperm banks.
Yeah.
As much as it is this guy.
Yeah, that'd be on the vetoing side of the people that are donating.
Right?
Yeah.
A Dutch court on Friday banned a man from donating any more of his sperm after he fathered at least 550 children in the Netherlands. He just wants to be the next Genghis Khan. That's all.
That is so many.
I think he's trying to make up for Jerry Springer passing by creating his own Jerry Springer shows for the next 5 years.
Right?
Are you the father? It's pretty much going to reverse. Like, who is not the father?
Right. A judge at the Hague District Court ordered the halt in an injunction brought by a mother of a child conceived by the donor's sperm and a foundation representing other parents. Man. The woman was recorded as saying, "I hope that the ruling leads to a ban on mass donation and spreads like an oil slick to other countries. We must stand hand in hand around our children and protect them against this injustice." I got news for you, lady. You wanted a baby and you got one. Just because they happen to share half their DNA with, half of.
Wouldn't it be fun if all of those kids one day want to try to find their real father who donated, and all the kids just comes up on the door and just like all the 550 on the door, like hello.
Christmas and child support suck.
Well, yeah,
right.
Child support and all
is
that.
The danger for incest. Apart from that, I can't think of any problem.
He's donating sperm. What?
Well, the danger if you donate too much and too much of it is used and too many people are conceived, there is a theoretical possibility of one of those or two of those people engaging, and then incest occurs. That's why mass donating of sperm is something that's not really tolerated.
Are you sharing a personal story?
In the UK. What?
What? I'm trying to say, are you sharing a personal story?
No. No.
You're turning kind of red there, Ryan.
I'm turning everyone Chinese.
Just like you finished already and do a bunch of vials and just said, "Hey, it was the Daniel."
He's from the UK and stuff. They're so pale that they will be red no matter what.
Oh my, Jay.
Yeah, your blood's made of blood pudding. I forgot. My bad.
The donor's lawyer said that in a court hearing, he just wanted to help parents who would otherwise be unable to conceive. Well, obviously he's got a potent batch, so
Or he has
I hope he has
He has a
good
big
genetics.
load at least.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's unloading that all over the place.
Yeah.
So all these parents are now confronted with the fact that the children in their family are a part of a huge kinship network with hundreds of half siblings, which they did not choose. Boo fucking who? The court added this has or could possibly have negative psychosocial consequences for the children. It is therefore in their interest that this kinship network not be extended any further.
That's a bullshit excuse.
It is. I get where
Can't he
Ryan's
have
coming
any
from.
kids anymore? Is he banned from conceiving? Well, men don't conceive children, but is he banned from having a child now of his own?
Right, that's a good question.
That's a good question after so many.
So there is a limit to how many children you can have. 550. So get going, guys. That's your limit.
Yeah, start
Work
popping
on
them
it.
out, guys. The people in control want to stop us from continuing to populate the world. So this guy's a true rebel. I mean, he's all like, yeah, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
550 child policy.
Right?
And I ain't gonna stop. And I'm gonna continue. If I can't donate it, I will go out and find women who wants, and I will help them out.
As Vince Womack calls it, direct donations.
Yep.
Vince also brings up that in England years ago, I remember this headline, gay lovers turn out to be brothers. I do remember that. It was a couple sperm bank babies or adoption case or something. And they turned
How fun must that be?
Right?
How fun must that be?
Goodness.
I feel like I feel like Sperm Pal is going to be the next hottest thing on the internet.
Sperm Pal. Just get all right. And now we have the chat. So a bunch of crazy ass fucking shit going on in the world.
I hope many of those kids never meet each other and some falls in love.
I agree on both of those accounts. There was a movie a little while ago with Vince Vaughn in it where he fathered like 500 children. It wasn't a bad comedy movie. It was semi-enjoyable. It was back when Chris Pratt was still fat and more enjoyable. But he had this big old family reunion with his children. And I'm all like, I imagine how this would go in this case.
Yeah.
Vince Womack waving to us. But it's like, okay, if these children met each other, would they squabble over inheritance? Like, I hope this guy has enough to like at least give them each a penny.
Start a civil war.
And a civil war within a family. Like, geez, it's fucking insane.
Like the worst part with all that, if some of those kids meet or you find out your family and they have like a child together and all that kind of stuff, that's what's crazy.
That's why certain rules have to be put in place, unfortunately. And in this case, the limit is 550. And I think that's a good limit for prospective fathers.
No offense, most people have a hard problem with just one.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah.
It's really hard to leave a kid in a Walmart and pretend it's not yours.
Right, especially when they know your name. It's just such a pain in the ass.
He keeps calling you daddy. I don't know him.
I don't know who that is. I never seen that kid before. I think he's a little more dark-skinned than me.
Do you think that the government over there would force him to get like a vasectomy?
That's a good question.
Because that seems like an extreme measure that a court system would take in this case. But of course, it does branch into human rights.
But it's the people that works with the donating stuff also to blame with all this. They allowed it to like be like that also. They have to like check stuff more properly.
If there isn't a legal limit, to how many children you can have, then theoretically, you can have as many children as you want.
Right.
Theoretically. Now, if this case is used as precedent in the country it's in, I'm going to assume this is America. Wouldn't that create a legal precedent that the legal child limit per person is 550?
I mean, technically, yeah.
And then after that, we got to snip you. We got to tie you to. I don't think a woman is theoretically able to produce 550 children throughout her life.
Wait a minute. So we're gonna snip him, and then we're gonna tie all the tubes just in case the snipping doesn't work.
No. In each respective case, fans.
Why don't you just gorilla glue the tip of his balls? And
by the way, the man was Dutch.
Dutch,
European court system.
So the limit is 550 in the Netherlands.
If they're all wooden clogs, the same family.
Right? Wow.
Well,
a modern day Genghis Khan. I mean,
hopefully it can be a big cookout.
Can we call him Wankis Khan? Because that dude
Wankis Khan.
Right. Shit. I mean, KY made some money off that guy. I'm just gonna throw that out there. KY made some decent money off that dude.
They did.
Wanking it enough to get 550 children. And that wasn't the limit of his donations. And according to this, he actually went to other countries to continue donating.
He really wanted to donate his sperm.
He did. He's like, I need to help these people.
Yeah, it begs the question, how many children is a man capable of creating, and how many children is a woman capable of creating? Then you could do a bit of mathematics and see how it takes for the population to go through the roof.
The thing is like when you're dealing with artificial insemination, a man could technically father infinite amounts of children. I mean, when you wank one out into your special sock, you are committing a genocide on a trillions of lives level.
We kill every day basically if we do
every
that.
Day, just boom, they're all done.
Mass
blasted.
murders.
But it's with a woman, like, obviously there's an expiration date on the eggs.
Yeah, normally it is. There are cases they can still, if they're like 6, they can still get kids in certain cases, but it's not normal, but it can happen. But they have experience.
So Terminus S says the Dutch on average are some pretty big people, so that's a lot of kids are going to be probably big. That's a lot of giants potentially walking around, unless of course he's one of those rare Dutch midgets. Then they might be average sized. He also says that info you're giving us is just too much to swallow.
No, but I've had a lot of friends who are Dutch and all that, and I can confirm a lot of them are really tall and really big compared to all of us.
For real, they're big ass motherfuckers.
One of my old best friends in when I was super young, I was like probably when I was 10th grade and all that kind of stuff and younger. He was Dutch and he was a tall, and I'm gonna say a tall fat kid at his age. Like he was, and his whole family was just naturally tall and big. It was just his big brother who was skinny and tiny compared to the rest of the family.
Well, there's always a runt somewhere, right?
Yeah, I always made a joke. Are you sure that you guys have the same father? Because he looks so different compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
And he's like a Dutch guy who acts more Norwegian than Norwegians themselves. A super country boy from Norway, like a hillbilly Norwegian.
Don't mind me, folks. I've been having some signal troubles, so I'm hiding my real face for my profile picture.
So I'm not supposed to do this on YouTube anymore. So just go click on that link I just dropped in the chat. It's for my Rumble channel. We are performing far better over there without the suppression from YouTube. So make sure you hit that up. Make sure you hit up the Rumble for Fat Steven and Ryan Roger Athe.
We just ended.
We also have a
900
Rumble now.
Nice. 900 views on his live stream today, guys.
Good.
Think about the performance implications that is. Okay, so my live streams from my live stream from Saturday is currently sitting around 330 views.
That's weird, eh?
This live stream that we're on right now will get like 60 views by next Saturday. So
Rumble is fun. Rumble is good.
it's great.
That's why we made one too. Unfortunately, they do have some problems and stuff here and there, but they're still developing and all that. So,
reality-based Rumble exclusive #1 Talks a Lot Entertainment, and we just do the same thing, but on Rumble.
Yep. Yeah, just go check that stuff out. Make sure you're supporting the alternate platforms. One of the biggest things about Rumble for a creator is monetization. YouTube makes you jump through a whole fuckload of hoops, and Rumble goes, you make good content, here's your monetization. Fat Steven popped my cherry the other day and sent me a Rumble rant. That was the first one I've ever received anywhere. So it was,
but it just goes a lot faster.
It probably will be the last. You're correct. And definitely join the Gilded.
It's just a lot better. It's just a lot better on Rumble with all these kind of things.
Yep. And as they grow and as they develop, they will become a truly superior platform to YouTube, because
keep on going, keep on growing.
Yep. And because with YouTube, and if I remember correctly, the people at YouTube have verified this. What's wrong with their algorithm is so deep in their operating code, they can't fix it.
Yep.
No, so only the big channels will always be seen. That's the problem. They have no idea how to branch it out. They have to make a whole new section like they did with Black creators, just to put a shit ton of Black creators in a new subject matter, because all they can do is Band-Aid.
Yep. And so Rumble is automatically has a leg up there because they're fixing their shit as they're building it.
And it's easier to not censor yourself there either if you are afraid of doing that on YouTube. It's like I'm not afraid of it, of course, because I push the boundaries every single time. For fuck's sake, I've been pushing Twitch for years now. We still stream on Twitch also just for the fuck of it. And I've been pushing the fucking boundaries on Twitch, and I've not gotten any bad shit yet. But I'm doing it for fun to see if they ever will remove my Twitch account.
Hell yeah, why not?
Just have a hot woman on 540 Studio dancing, Jason.
We will just get a lot of people and simps that are gonna fucking watch us. No, thank you, man.
See, Jace has the same mindset I do towards all that shit, and simp is a bad thing. It's a sucker idolizing mediocre pussy, and you're degrading yourself by being a simp. And anyone who out there is exploiting simps, if you're a lady, good on you. Congratulations, you're playing to the weakness of men. If you're a man and you're a simp, you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like there's a lot of women I think, oh, she looks fucking hot, but I'm not gonna simp for her or subscribe to their. A lot of this will have OnlyFans, Fansly, whatever the fuck they have,
right?
And the Sims are like just giving them money, and money just like it's just
they're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna pay $12.99 a month to see your butthole. It's like, hey, bro, use Google. Just fucking use Google. All the free buttholes you want to see, there on Google.
You don't even need to go to a porn site. There's enough buttholes on Twitter.
Right?
That too.
There you go.
And when you also pay like a certain month, you get messages once in a while, maybe. And yeah, I have experience because I have done OnlyFans before with my ex-girlfriend. So I have experience with this. I know how it works. Yeah.
Were you holding the camera, Jace?
I did a lot more than just holding the camera.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, revelations. Jason Fox is a porn star.
Yeah, it's like I've said before, I'm not afraid to say it. It's in my past. I've done it. And like I've said before, the OnlyFans is deleted because we're not together anymore. And, she went to her way to do whatever she wanted to do. But it's like if ever any porn videos or anything like that pops out of the blue on Twitter or something trying to leak that shit or have it, whatever. But like, why should I care? I know I did this. If you want to fucking release it, I don't care. I've done it. I know it. I don't care. I just don't want to know what you do with the video or pictures. I don't want to know what you're doing with them.
Right.
But I don't care.
Well, and that's the thing is like if you've done something in your past,
own it.
Own it, because there's literally nothing you can do to change it.
No. And I said this multiple times. Do I regret it? No, I don't.
No, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't. I'm sorry, but this is my antisocial personality disorder coming out here. But regret is fucking useless. If you feel regret over some stupid shit you did in a relationship or to your children or to friends or something like that, and you want to fix it, then fucking do it in the moment. But long-term regret is a fucking waste of time. That's why we have all of these people willing to fucking bend the knee in front of people that don't deserve it in any way, shape, or form. We have people like fucking like beating the shit out of themselves and being fucking guilty over stuff that they didn't even actually do because it's programmed guilt. And that's the society we fucking live in. And
Amen.
I don't feel that. I don't feel that. I've done some nasty, gnarly shit in my fucking life that I will never talk about.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll talk about it when the statutes of limitations in Wyoming run out. Yeah, that's one of my favorite jokes, by the way, because they don't have a statute of limitations. But it's just one of those things that's like, if you regret anything you've done in the past for a long period of time, that means you regret who you are. And if you regret who you are, then you need to fix your fucking self.
Yeah.
Because the only person you're fucking over really is yourself.
Yeah. And if you regret being a simp because you spend so much money, well, just stop paying then. It's easy.
For real. For real. I mean, think about that one person. I think it was Belle Delphine or something. Somebody gave her like a $70,000 car.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, one of my subs. And the guy literally was like, I just spent 70 grand on this to be called one of my subs.
I don't understand how people simp for her, man. I don't understand.
I don't understand how people simp for anyone. It's digital. You can't fucking touch it. You can't fucking do nothing with it.
Talk
You're
about
wasting
hit and
your fucking
miss.
money.
And now
if you want
she's
to drop
like
70 grand, send it to me. I'll start a fucking production studio with 70 grand.
No, and she's like on and off all the time, and now she's back again, and the whole news stuff. We're like, oh, Bella is back, and now she's goth, yada yada. I'm just like, I saw the picture that they posted. I'm just like, you're saying that you're calling her a fucking goth, dude? I am from this community. I grew up as a punkhead, metalhead, goth, whatever.
Yep.
You're calling that a fucking goth? You have fucking serious problems, and you have this wannabe metalheads, wannabe punkheads that are subbing to her, who wants to see her pussy, want to see her everything.
Right?
Fuck's sake, stop! If you're a real punkhead or a metalhead, you don't do that.
If you're a real punk and you're a real metalhead, you go out and find yourself some real fucking pussy. You don't go out and you don't jump online and go, oh my gosh, I'm going to spend my paycheck trying to see this chick do stuff. It's like, okay, xvideos.com, pornhub.com, redtube.com, xhamsters.com, fucking
sirtoxalot.com.
Yeah. Come on. Yo, what's up?
She was born in South Africa, and she's younger than me, so she's a white supremacist, folks.
That's a fair.
And on that note,
no, but it is funny to see that they are so desperate to just get a little picture, and you pay so much. It's crazy. Give any of us that money, and we will do so much greater stuff. Make a lot of great content. A lot of people will probably like and hate, of course. We will always have fucking haters, but hey, haters make us famous. You know,
they do and monetize the hate.
Yeah, and it is funny. Like lately too. Like I know people are hate watching us now, and I do know why. Yeah, we have talked about it on stream. We don't say names or anything, but I was in a Discord server. Because I was helping out a good friend of mine, who makes a fan edit of the Kenobi show. He works as a visual effects guy. He worked on Black Adam, Andor, and Jason Statham, and a lot of other people he has worked with. So I was a mod on the server, and I was trying to help out. And you have a lot of these fucking woke people there. One of them were 19, but they're 20 now. And then that guy goes by he, him, they, them, is apparently disabled and really woke and LGBTQ, yada yada, and had a lot of friends in there. So I just said my piece, how I feel about Disney Star Wars, and they went on a full attack rage on me and our channel, and everyone evolved around me because I was the worst part of the Star Wars fandom. I'm a bigot, I'm a racist, I'm a homophobe. I'm just like, hey, I just said my piece of how I feel about the sequels and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, but so I got a private message, and it's just like, talked about how bad I was. It was all my fault. I was apparently attacking the other people in the server when I was not even talking about them. I was talking about Disney and Disney Star Wars.
Well, see, that's the problem with today's society, especially
Yeah.
in the online world, where media becomes someone's personality. We've seen it with the Disney ladies, over the years, where everything is Disney and oh my gosh. And we've seen it with Star Wars freaks. We've seen it with Star Trek freaks. We've seen it with Twilight. God, that was a nightmare. But
Sparkling
hail tiny metal
vampires.
trees. Tiny metal trees says,
Hail.
oof, I'm late. Hail, you are late. As a matter of fact, we're in the final moments of our show today. So we're going to start winding down. We're going to get everybody their outros. So Ryan, usual stuff. Where can we find you? What you got going on?
Well, folks, thank you very
Remember
much.
OnlyFans.
What? No. Shut up. That's not true. Fake news. You can find me at Ryan Roger Athe. I'm the host and founder of Reality Based. You can check out my latest video, Reality Based Presents Picard, Star Trek Picard Season 3 review. Hopefully you'll enjoy that as creators rip their throats out. Quiet, Chase. And I'll be making a few suggestion videos before I go to sleep. So that's me.
Hell yeah. So Fat Steven, same thing. Well said.
He did get something up his butt. He did get something up his butt now.
What? Okay. No, Rumble, YouTube, Valiant Renegade, WD Pro. You know where to find me. I'm everywhere.
He is indeed. And make sure you're subscribed and you're following him because he's an awesome guy.
Somewhat.
He's an awesome guy. Somewhat. And anyone who says otherwise can suck a dick. Anyway, Jason Fox.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for having me on, man. It was a lot of fun and a lot of fun talking with you again, man. I'm Jason Fox, the founder and creator of 540 Studio. And you can find us, of course, on YouTube, Rumble, and on Twitch if you want to watch Twitch, if you have a Twitch channel. We are just doing it for fun to see if they will ever remove my channel there. We also have 2 other channels that we are gonna do more on at some point. It's 540 Game Over, where we do gaming, and it's gonna be gaming videos there soon. I just have to go through a lot of streams with my co-hosts of the things they've done, and I have to go through hours and hours and hours of streams to make videos that are like probably 10 minutes.
I know how that is.
Yeah, and we have another channel with my co-host Spotter Chris, who is running, of course, 540 Echo, where he's gonna get back into reviewing a lot of movies and TV shows and comics and some Star Wars stuff here and there. And of course, go and follow everyone who's in the company. Spotter Chris, Animas, Tabletop Junkie, Prismatics, and everyone who's there, of course. And
hell yeah,
thank you.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know me if you're here, and if you don't, then why are you here? Anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Going to be on Yelling at Parked Cars tonight with the Dix Division boys. Make sure you tune into that. You'll see me in a way that you've never seen me before. I'm not going to spoil anything. And then let's see. Tomorrow, Jace, are you doing a show tomorrow?
What day is it today, actually?
Tomorrow's Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm doing a show on Tuesday.
Okay. I'm going to try to make that show.
Yeah.
So it'll be an interesting time tomorrow. And then Wednesday is going to be a normal Wednesday. I won't be around. I have The Adventures of One-Eyed Wong coming out Tuesday and Thursday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm working on 3 new songs. Make sure you check out Cory Music Channel here on YouTube. But make sure you follow me on Rumble because I'm going to be putting a lot of effort and time into building the Rumble side of things. Vince Womack says, I'm guessing shaved head. You're wrong. I'm never shaving my head. My hair is far too gorgeous. But yeah, got to keep that nice. Don't want to smell like paper mache. That's a Dix Division joke that no one here gets, I guess.
No.
Gosh. Heathens. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're subscribed to everyone on this panel. and everyone in the chat, including Tiny Metal Trees, Small Time Republic. Subscribe to Sean Estep just because. Vince Womack as well. Just shock them.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will catch you next time. Stay sexy. Don't get murdered. And as always, have a wonderful time. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.
Hello.